Do, 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 do. Hello, everyone. There's no one here yet, but hello, everyone. It's just me. I'm just hanging out. Let me send out a little tweet. Just hanging out, talking Team Tank update after the early games. Come on in. Hello, Eric. Welcome to being the first commenter. Hello, James. Welcome to being the second. I made sure that I was on the couch where you guys could see my turtle. Is this the right hand to raise? Is this the turtle? Yeah, no, that's the one close to the door. Here's my turtle. We are not back. Yes, Andrew, the Eagles really lost. What's up, everybody? Oh, did he catch it? A touchdown! Devontae Parker just made a hell of a catch. We better not accidentally win this division, ladies and gentlemen. That is not what we are here for. We are not here for that. Is my TV too loud, by the way? I turned it down before I did this, but is it too loud? Do I need to go up there and turn it down? I can do that. What up, Dallas Cowboys Network? Okay, dogs. They always want me to throw something. There, go. We're not Super Bowl bound. I don't think 5-11's ever won a division, but it is definitely possible this year. What are the Eagles now? 4-6-1? Is that right? That probably is going to happen. So, best possible outcome for the people. Make the playoffs team. Yeah. Hey, Stu.com. No, we're not going to win the division. Look. Now, hold on, I got to throw the ball again. Go. Today was not good, you know. Would have been nice if the Texans would have beat the Browns, but they didn't. Would have been nice if the Washington football team would have beat the Lions, but they didn't. I kind of wanted the Eagles to beat the Giants just to put the division further away, but there's nothing wrong with the Giants getting another win. That moves them more wins than you. That's cool. Wanted the Jags to beat the Packers to move to the second pick. That didn't happen. So that's tough, you know. We didn't pull it off. What is this? What kind of oh, I didn't change the thumbnail. Sorry about that. Sorry, the King. Get off the schlong. Dak will be here next year. He'll be your quarterback for the next 5 or 6 years. Chill out. 3-6-1. Come on, Eagles. Get it together. Maybe the Giants will win the division. What if the Giants win the division? Yes, Bryce. You know what's what. Lose the division. Trade down. Pick you a nice edge prospect or a nice corner prospect and pick up some extra picks. Woo, boy. The lunatic says, give me your odds. Jerry signs Dak long term. I got it at 70%. I think it's higher than 70%. I think it's more like 80 to 85%. I think there's a very good chance that they're going to sign Dak. I know Jerry is going to be thinking about winning the division now. There's no doubt about that. They're going to try their best. Here's the good news. The team's not good. The team's bad. Now, yeah, the Eagles and Giants and Washington are also very bad, so it's going to be interesting because the Cowboys have the easiest schedule. They really might win this stupid division. They could finish up picking second. They could finish up picking 19th because they sneak into the playoffs to get their butts kicked. I got no problem with Caleb Farley there, Mo. Got no problem. Kyle, I can't control what KT do. He's just the homie. He gets to do whatever he wants. He gets to think whatever he wants. I do not want to win games. Touchdown Brandon Ayuk, by the way, for San Francisco against the Saints. Vikings are terrible. Look, all that matters about this year, guys, is DraftKings. And you can't trade Alden Smith. You're past the trade deadline. Yeah, Washington needs to get it together. Yes, Dak's always been better than Wentz. Well, Kyle Shanahan's probably the best in the business, Derek, as far as finding ways to get guys open, scheming the run game. if you had Kyle Shanahan, I wouldn't even mind if the Cowboys ran the ball more. I really wouldn't, because they find a way to do it effectively and creatively. They're beasts. I know, Wesley. I needed the Jags to steal one, but they couldn't do it. And you're right, Stu. Cheeto is a better player than Trayvon Diggs today. So him being back and Trayvon being out is actually a win. If you're trying to win, it's a house, Mark. It's a house. I own this house. Anybody want to buy it? Grizzly Wintergreen Long Cut, Bryce. Yep. They probably should have traded Alden. But here's the other thing about Alden. Since you didn't trade him, he's not going to have a big market. I know he's got 5 sacks, but you're over halfway through the year now. 3 of them came in one game early in the year. He only has 1 sack in the last 5 games. And he's a solid player. So with Alden Smith, what you do is you bring him back on a 2-year, $18 million deal, something like that. And then you got Tank, Alden, and Gregory for next year. And your defensive ends are okay. And you're not desperate to go add one. And you can worry instead about corner and safety and maybe linebacker. Get you a D tackle somewhere. You do all those things. The Cove is not hurting me at all right now, Kyle. I'm just waiting on a negative test. I was hoping, because I had a positive test that I took on November 28th. So then I took another one on, that was October 28th. So then I took another one on November 7th, and that came back positive. So I took another one that I should get the results today, I hope, because I'm trying to go to Florida for my baby's birthday, and I'm trying to fly out Friday. So I need to have a negative test. So I'm going to take another one tomorrow morning just in case this one's positive, so that hopefully I can get up out of her. Joseph, I want Kyle Pitts. That's the Florida tight end. So irresponsible to not pick a defender, but that man is a monster. I do too. He is awesome. You know who else is awesome? I have to see if he's draft eligible. I was watching the Ole Miss game yesterday. Elijah Moore is a stud. He's like 5'8", 170, I don't know. But they'll line him up at running back, receiver, whatever, and he is a freak show. He's like Tony Pollard on all the steroids, but he's smaller. But he's a freak show. He's amazing. Brian, do you think we pick up Gerald McCoy again next year, or has that ship sailed after the torn ACL? You could. You'd be another year removed from him being a good player, though. So I think your 3 technique, that's your defensive tackle, that's not your fatty, not your nose tackle. I think that rotation is going to be Neville Gallimore and Tristan Hill, and it's actually going to be okay. I think that's going to be okay. Forever DC, I don't know where I got the Cove. I haven't been perfect, but I think compared to most people, I've been really good. I was at home all the time. I went to total 3 distanced patios with a couple of friends and managed to get it. So be careful out there. I was masked up. All right, yeah, give me Elijah Moore. No, I'm not picking another receiver. Is Hellman still drunk? When was he drunk? He's drunk sometimes. Who's saying CD's not balling? I'll watch that Notre Dame or that North Carolina linebacker. Hey, if you're not subscribed, I'm doing tape breakdowns. They're not cut up, so I'm doing entire games of the all-22 footage. So far, I've just looked at some Alabama guys, and the South Carolina corner, J.C. Horn, is my captain trade down, end of the first round kind of guy. Yeah, I am a stay-homer. Who scored? Who are you? Alex Collins, Razorback in the end zone for Seattle. That's good, because I don't have any Seattle guys in my daily fantasy. Oh, yeah, I do. I have Metcalf. Jesse, I am a fake OU fan. There's a difference between an OU fan and a fake OU fan. My dad grew up in Norman, born and raised. His whole family, brothers, sisters, they went to OU. Thank you, Bryce. So I grew up being a fake Texas fan, just to troll my family. But then I started dating Amanda, and she graduated from OU. So I was like, fine, I'll go to the OU games, and I'll cheer for the team and all that. And my Uncle Jim has, like, suites and everything. He's got tons of money. So he's got, like, suites at the Cotton Bowl. No, Cotton Bowl doesn't have suites. He's got suites at like the at AT&T and up in Norman, and so I get to get that grade A treatment. You know what I'm saying? By being a OU fan, so it's all good. Mm-mm-mm. Do I think the Giants will win the East? They're all so trash. They're all so trash. Unfortunately, it might be the Cowboys. It really might. Just because they have the easiest schedule. You got to lose when you play the East teams. I've looked at one game of Surtain. They only threw it in one time, so he looks good, but I haven't seen what makes him a top 5 prospect or whatever. But I got more to watch. I need to see more with the ball going at him. I just need to see more. But he looked good. I watched him against Ole Miss, and they threw one pass at him for a 7-yard slam. CeeDee's a beast this year. If anybody's pretending that CeeDee Lamb wasn't a good pick, you're insane. Because by the way, do you know who they were going to pick? Trivia game for you. Because I've heard. I thought it was Chason. But I got people. Do you know who they were going to pick at 17 if they didn't pick CeeDee? This is your trivia game for the day. If they didn't pick CeeDee Lamb and they picked a defender, who were they picking at 17? I'll wait until someone gets the right answer in the chat. I will wait. Devin, first man to guess, got it right. Yes, they were going to legitimately pick Trayvon Diggs at 17, which I would have hated. So everybody who thinks they should have picked the defensive player, they got the defensive player they would have picked. And the other name that you could have picked there was Caleb Chason. He has 1 sack this year. Whoever you would have picked, if you're like, we need a defense, they weren't going to be better than CeeDee Lamb. So chill out. Okay? Thanks. You have CeeDee Lamb. Be thankful. That is the challenge, Matthew, but I have 2019 tape. That's how I scout them. Maybe I'll do one later today. Who would you guys, if I did one college player, who would you want to see? I can see if I got, let me see if I have 2019 Penn State tape. I could do Parsons. I'm going to get up in my database and see if I got all 22 of Penn State or Virginia Tech from last year for Farley. Starred emails. Interception Raiders. Starred emails. Come on. Email. Go to the starred emails. Cisco, Surtain Part 2, Parsons, Bateman, TCU safety. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me get to my 2019 film database here. From this person. "2019 film database." Here we go. Of the opt-out guys, could I watch whoever I want? Let's see. There's a lot in here, so it's going to be a lot of scrolling. Still in the A's. Still in the A's. There's the B's. There's the C's. Who am I looking for? Penn State, Vatek. I have LSU if I want to watch Chase. Got all the Ohio State. Penn State. I've got like 7 games of Penn State's defense. So I could do Parsons. Virginia Tech. TUV. I only got 1 Virginia Tech game. I hope Farley played against Old Dominion. So I can watch whoever. Which team will you back when the Cowboys are mathematically out of it? It's a good question. Who's your team when they're out of it? I like watching Russ. I like watching Kyler. Chiefs are fun. I like Lamar. I agree. My only problem is linebackers in the top 5. I don't know, man. We can do it. We can do it. Stu, I don't know. Like, I know what position other people say are deep, but I don't listen to other people. I just do my own work and rank them the way I see them. Oh, yeah, Ravens for Dez, although he's not even up this week. I need him to be up. How far down will Captain Trade Down go before it's not worth it? I would really like to go down to, like, between 6 and 10, because what's going to happen this year is the top edge rushers, my buddy Dane has them at like 11, 12, and 13 overall in this draft class. So if you go down to between 6 and 10, you could still add picks. This is assuming you finish the top 3 or 4 pick. I was working on it, Wade. Still trying. It's not working. You'll still have your chance to take the top edge prospect or one of the top 2 corners or whatever you want. So I wouldn't mind going down as far as like 9 or 10. Or even further than that. I don't, that's the thing. We pretend that the top 10 guys are always going to work out, and they don't. And a lot of times the guys picked after them do. So there's no such thing as a trash-ass draft class. You just got to find the guys. We'll find the guys. John Wick. How big a drop-off is it from Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields? I haven't seen a lot of Trey Lance, but Zach Wilson is a freaking baller at BYU. I've got Fields tape from this year. I could do Justin Fields tonight. I could do Fields. I could do touchdown, Gerald Everett. Nope, they're going to call him short. Yeah, so I can watch whoever, Biggest needs to smallest for the Cowboys are, let's see. Am I assuming that everybody who's a free agent gets let go? Because if I'm assuming that people get let go, Cheeto's gone, Jordan Lewis is gone, and your corners are Trayvon Diggs and nothing. So corner's huge. They need a nose tackle, but I know it's been terrible so far, but that's not something you have to do at the top of the draft. So if Aldon Smith is gone, you got Gregory and Tank, which is okay for your starters, but you need more than that at the end. Xavier Woods' contract is up, so your only safety left is basically Donovan Wilson. So corner's going to be huge. Safety's going to be a big need. D tackle is a need. I'd like for them to cut Jalen and pick a linebacker somewhere. Kyle Trask is probably going to sneak into the first round too, Brian. I bet there's going to be 5 or 6 first-round quarterbacks. Yeah, I'm down to draft an edge rusher in the first, Hector, for sure. I got no problem with an edge rusher in the first. You can take an O-lineman. I mean, if you end up with the 3rd pick and you can't get out for some reason and you wanted to pick Sewell, the Oregon guy, I got no problem with that. Play him at left guard until you have a tackle injury. You might be right, William. I haven't studied him. I've just seen him play live. But I've heard talk that Kyle Trask is becoming very relevant for draft purposes. Dolphins turned it over. Chargers are running with it. There is not an Aaron Donald in this draft, Bruce. I watched you can see it on my YouTube channel. I watched the Alabama Barmore defensive tackle. I like him. He's a good player, but that's a second rounder, something like that. And bad snap center. Center thought he was in shotgun. Yeah, I'm live, Jonathan. What's up? What's up? Who's Jamie Newman, Stevie? I'm sorry. I'm just getting started on draft, so I don't know all these guys yet. And who's Holland? Is Holland at Oregon, James? Is that right? My fantasy YouTuber league, I'm 6-3, and I'm going to win this league. I'll be 7-3, tearing them up. And my DFW Media Big Money League, I am 6-3, playing KT this week. He's 7-2. I got screwed by McCaffrey getting hurt. I'd love to release Zeke. I'd love to release Zeke and Jalen. Cost you a bunch of money, but whatever. Get up out of there. What are you guys up to? I've run out of things to say, so ask me questions or else. Notice me. Hi, RJ. No, so John Wick. There's a video of Certain on my YouTube. I do my Call of Duty stuff on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jeff Kavanaugh. I can win $1,000, Stu. $1,000. What was my verdict on Horn? I've only seen one game, and I cheated because I knew he played well against Auburn, so I studied Auburn. I'm going to watch a couple more games of J.C. Horn, South Carolina corner, and we'll see. I like that he's super aggressive, but he's probably too aggressive. He's grabby, but he plays hard. He's willing to hit. He plays the ball at the catch point really well. He times it well. He can play a ball in the air. He gets his head around. A lot of good things. I have Cold War, Jamar. I played it yesterday. It's too slow for me. I hated it. But I'll play it if other people are playing it. The Miami guy that opted out. Who's the Miami guy that opted out? I'll have to watch him. My exercise regimen, Mark, actually, if you think I look good for my age, you're probably just saying I look thin, and that is depression combined with COVID and being at home all the time. I haven't been working out at all the last couple weeks because my back was jacked up. Yeah, this division's going to be awful for a while, RJ, because New York doesn't have a quarterback, and Philly looks now like they don't have a quarterback. They probably need to bench Wentz, really. And Washington doesn't have a quarterback, so that's tough. I could watch the TCU safety tonight. Let me see if I have any 2020 TCU film already. All right. $2020. I only have TCU's offense right now against Texas. So that'll have to wait. The 2020 guys I could watch is people from Alabama, Auburn, BYU, Clemson offense, Florida, Georgia offense, Houston, La Tech, Louisville, Miami, Mississippi, Nebraska, Ohio State, Penn State, Rutgers, SMU, South Alabama, South Carolina, Southern Mississippi, TCU offense, Tennessee offense, Texas defense. I guess I could watch that Texas edge guy. Troy, Texas State, UTSA, Vanderbilt, Wake Forest, Western Kentucky. That's what I've got for 2020 so far. But it keeps coming in. My hookup keeps coming in. Keeps coming through. Jesse, you'd have to look up his contract. Yes, I would want to be rid of Zeke, but I don't think you can yet. You could cut Jalen, though. Yeah, I could see Wentz ending up in Indy with Frank Reich. Faux show. I quit dipping 1,000,000 times. Brian, is the Purdue wide receiver, is he draft eligible yet? Because he's been a stud since he was a freshman. Trey Smith out of Tennessee, Rousseau, Miami. Did I say I have Miami 20? I don't have. Oh, I have Miami defense. It's against UAB though. So that's that. Yeah, you'll cut Zeke after next year. Gabriel, maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch that Texas edge. May take a peek. I may take a peek. No, you can't trade Jalen. I mean, you could try, but the thing about Jalen is he makes a bunch of money, and he's not worth it. So who gonna trade for that? You're right. They probably won't cut Jalen because Jerry loves him. It's great for branding, marketing. Irving left tackle, McGovern left guard, Tyler Martin, Williams. I'm down for that. I'm down for whatever. I am down for whatever. Imagine this offense with Lyle, Tyron, and Zeke. Well, I don't need Zeke, though. What? That's the thing about Zeke. I'm not a Zeke hater. He's not special anymore. He's a guy. He's a solid running back. He's just a guy. You can see really good running backs every week in the NFL. You can watch Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Aaron Jones. There's a lot of good running backs. Zeke's just a guy. Just a power back. Looney is back, Jonathan. He played last week. Man, taking a linebacker over an offensive tackle if the talent is comparable is, whew, that's tough. There you go, Connor. It's good for my fantasy team. Yeah, but for Jalen over the next 2 years, you could cut him and it would cost you like 3 point something next year and 7 something the next year, which is over $10 million. But having him on the roster for those 2 years is $22 million. So, in theory, you would just be saving $11 or $12 million to not have him there. And I'm cool with that. Besides QB, what's the hardest position for you to study? One of the hardest things for me is to remember that for linebackers, like you watch these guys who fill the hole and blow up offensive linemen and bring down the running back. Henderson touchdown, that's good for daily fantasy. And you have to remember that's not the most important part of the game. Like Fred Warner was a great prospect. He wasn't an incredible run player, but he was a great cover linebacker. And you have to remember that that's the most important thing, is that you got to be able to cover as a linebacker these days. Safety's tough sometimes because a lot of times in college football they don't do much. If they're on a good defense, they're just back there. And so your time to really evaluate how good they are is kind of limited. I did not pay attention to Kevin Harris for South Carolina last night. Kyle Trask has looked good every game this year. He's been balling. No restructuring Zeke's contract, because what restructure means is just moving money back and cutting them a signing bonus check that day to lower their cap hit for that year, and it means you have to keep them longer. No to restructuring Zeke's contract. No. Marcos, I would say COVID was tough on me for about 3 days, maybe 4. The only thing I have left is that I'm tired. Like I'm getting in bed at 8. Last night I fell asleep at like 8:30, but I woke back up at like 10:30 until like midnight, and then I didn't get out of bed this morning until almost 11. So I'm just tired. Other than that, fatigue was the big thing. Like getting off the couch and walking to bed, I would be. It was tough. I don't mind Coop's contract. Coop, we've gone too far into the, like, Coop's not an elite receiver just because the inconsistencies, but he's a legit number 1. So we've come too far on the criticizing Coop train. We need to dial it down a little. Focus our criticisms on Zeke and Jalen, really, and Terrence Steele. It's really relaxing not having a Cowboy game. I don't have tape on the Oklahoma State game yet, Gabriel. I will, and then I'll watch it, but I don't have tape on that one yet. Why would you do that, Riley? Why would you do that? There was no such thing as COVID last year. I'd have to check the free agency list. I don't know off the top of my head. I gotta get my laptop on the charger too, because I'm having a wonderful time. There, we're on the charger. Who do you like to take at 3 if we can't trade down? Well, I hear Sewell's a monster, so maybe Sewell. You can always trade down. It's just a matter of if you're willing to lose the trade. And you should be willing to lose the trade because the chart's actually wrong. If you study what actually happens with the players based on where they're picked, what you want, trading down is the big winner. Trading down is a big winner. Big winner. Big winner. Go to Thanksgiving side dish. My Thanksgiving's pretty plain. I do the, yeah, why not, Mark? Chilling on the couch, man. You have to have smoked turkey, because if you make a turkey in the oven, it's going to be dry and disgusting. You got to smoke your turkey, and then our sides have always been like, people make green bean casserole, but I don't like it, so I just eat green beans. I like turkey with gravy, rolls, corn, green beans. That's about it. That's about it. What else? What else? I can watch Parsons tonight. I agree. What I'll do is I'll watch Parsons between games, when the afternoon games are over and before the night game. So keep your head on a swivel. Let me tweet and tell people to do that. Between afternoon games and YouTube.com/. My phone's ringing, which means Amanda's calling because no one else calls me. Where's my phone? Where's my phone?